Hi everybody, we're live from the Glass Studios here at Conway Glass tonight, and I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the ARTyRV Glass Studio. Yes, we're live, Pauline. You got the right place.
You got the right channel. And we're live every Monday night, so it doesn't matter what day that falls on. If it's a Monday, we're here.
Yeah, every Monday night, 7 o'clock, we're here to answer your questions and talk about glass. So if you have a question, just leave it in the chat. And
put a Q in front of it so that we know.
So we can see it, and we'll be happy to answer it.
And if you dive in a little late tonight, you may not get your question answered until maybe when we rewatch the video, and we'll try and answer it and then relay it to you. Maybe.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, if you have a question, get it in before 7:45, because when 7:45 rolls around and we're doing the viewer showcase, we probably won't have enough time to answer your questions. So get those in. We're doing viewer showcase coming up later in the show, so you want to get your question in before that.
Yeah, and we got a glass chat tonight, Barb.
And we have a lot of things going on. I mean, there's things going on. Oh, I forgot one, but I'll bring it next week.
But we have, tonight, we're going to start a new little thing called Glass News. We're going to tell you what's going on at some places.
So welcome everyone. If you have a question, Ray's here. If Ray can help you in any way, he'll be happy to help you. Sometimes we need links, and Ray's right there to provide something. If he has it handy there, he'll help you out when he can. If you have any questions or any problems, Ray can help you.
Yeah, and usually he'll get that link put up for you if we're looking for something, because he knows that we can't get to it right away. But he does help a lot. So everybody, hey, big thumbs up for Ray tonight. Thank you for
Ray.
Everything you do, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. And let's go ahead and say thank you to our sponsor, Sunshine Glass.
Yeah, so we do want to thank Sunshine Glass Works for their sponsorship for here at the ARTyRV channel. And I want to let you know, those of you that are wholesale customers, they just give them a call, because the Technoglass grinders are on sale through wholesale, wholesale dealers only. But otherwise, Sunshine also has all of your hand tools and mainly a lot of your glass needs. 1,500 colors, Barb, of all the different
That's
manufacturers.
right, that's
So
right.
we want to thank Sunshine again for coming on board and staying with us. And we appreciate it. And give them a shout if they can help you with any of your stained glass needs.
Yes, thank you, Sunshine. We appreciate it. So if you have a question, just leave it in the chat. I did want to tell everyone that the Glass Art Society event is in Detroit this year. So I got a card today. It's in Detroit. They have a day trip to Flint, a day trip to Dearborn, and then everything kicks off June the 6th. So that's in Detroit in June. And
that's usually a good time. The gas conference is really
Yeah.
is usually a really good time.
and that's
it
all
is-
about glass.
And it is in Michigan this year instead
Yeah.
of in Italy or somewhere. So
Yes, so it's close by.
it's accessible for everybody. And then, Barb, I've got something I'd like to share with them.
Okay.
So I want to share with y'all, you know, Barb and I talk about the Chrysler Museum in Norfolk, Virginia quite a bit. Well, we found out just recently that a glass artist, one of the top glass artists in the world, and he does a lot of sculpture work, and he's a Native American, and he really, really does some exceptional work. So his name is Preston Singletary, and the name of his show is Raven and the Box of Light, and it's at the Chrysler Museum March 3rd, which was just, last month it started, and it goes through July 2nd. Now, y'all, if you get a chance, the Chrysler Museum is free admission, which it's unheard of in this day and age, free anything. So free admission to the Chrysler Museum to see this show. And they also had, not only is Preston's work going to be on display in the special exhibit gallery, but they also have original Tiffany windows on display. They have a lot of stained glass that is available for you to look at.
Ancient glass.
Ancient like 13th and 14th century, and medieval stained glass. So take a look at it. Look it up on the internet. You can just go by the ChryslerMuseum.org and check it out. And again, Preston Singletary, one of this country's, I think, special people, and definitely one of the best artists in the country.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out if you give it a chance. If you like glass blowing.
Well, and he does sculpture. He does.
I was thinking about across the street.
Oh, and across the street at the Perry Glass Blowing Studio, Barb. So you have all of that. It's all right there within walking distance. And then, of course, downtown Norfolk is absolutely gorgeous.
So Ray put up the link to the Chrysler.org. And thank you, Ray. That's a great organization. And if you're close by or going that way, just stop by and see it before June the 2nd. Is that
before July the 2nd.
July
If there's
the
any
2nd,
way that we
okay.
can get there, we'll be letting you know so we could meet up.
Yeah. So they do have bus parking there. So if you're in your RV or in your van, you do have parking there.
Right. And it's definitely accessible for everyone.
So I had some questions come in this week, and
Okay,
I'm going to
Barb.
go ahead and share those right now. Did we have any questions right now? Hello, everybody. I see everybody's here. Welcome. Okay.
So if you have a question, please don't forget to put the Q in front of it, because as we're going through everything and people are saying hi to us and everything, we need to know that if there's a question there, we don't want to miss it. And that's Ray helps us out a lot too. He'll point us in the right direction.
Yeah. So I had a question from Ma Nelson. How much space do you leave between the pieces of glass before you solder?
How much room do you must be doing copper foil, and that would be the answer to that question would be as little as possible. The idea with copper foil and with lead too is to become very proficient at cutting your glass to eliminate your grinding time. But if you need to use your grinder after cutting the glass, the idea for copper foil is the very limited space, because the wider gaps you leave in your window, the weaker the window is, because now it's being held, it's there with just the solder. But if the pieces of glass are together, they kind of help each other keep from moving. So the tighter you can make your fits, the better off you are, and the better your work is going to look when it's finished.
Thank you, Ed. Patricia has a question. When you solder regarding for support, do you do it flat or on side? I'm not sure.
Well, your window is laying flat, and the reinforcing bar, the skinny side faces up. So you have two profiles on your reinforcing bar or your rebar. It's usually 1/8 by 3/8, and the 1/8 is what you want to look at. We're froze up, and we're froze up.
We're froze up.
Okay, that's good.
We're
Anyway, we're going to keep going.
We get unfrozen.
Yeah. So your profile on your steel reinforcing is going to be. Just switch over to this other camera.
Yeah, I'll switch cameras.
Go ahead.
You want to bring it?
Just turn it on. Turn this camera on.
I have it. Okay, keep it going up. We're switching cameras, guys. No, that's not going to work. Up.
More? Okay.
Yeah. Up. And this way, because they can't see you.
Okay.
There you go. That's good. Is that all right, guys? Okay. No, it's not cold in the studio.
No, it's not cold. We have the air conditioner running, and I'm about to sweat, but we're okay, guys. We just have a little freeze up. We're going to get another camera, and we're just going to go ahead and do it and bite the bullet. We're not going to wait. We're just going to do it because we need to get us another camera.
All right.
How's that, Barb?
That's good.
Woo! I worked up a sweat. Hi, everybody.
We're looking over here now.
Yeah, we're looking right here.
So, okay. Okay, and you were answering the question about the rebar.
Yeah.
When you solder regarding the support, do you lay it flat or on the side? And you say, on the side.
Yeah, with the low profile facing inward. The small profile, because like I said, rebar is only 1/8 of an inch by either 3/8 or 1/2 inch. And the wide profile comes out, and when you look at it, that's why you can hardly see the rebar when it's installed on a window correctly, because you're only looking at 1/8 of an inch of it, and your lead is wider than that. So anyway, so yeah, you want to do that, and check out the video that we have about soldering rebar, and it'll show you the angle of how to make that wave on the lead right directly onto the rebar. So you get this little wave that comes down off the rebar just like that, and it's solder, just like that. Anyway,
Yes.
check it out. We'll see what happens. And soldering the rebar on is really imperative if the window is large enough and it requires it. Make sure.
Maybe the dog unhooked it a little bit. Okay, so question. I am Alan.
Hey, Alan.
I have a piece of patterned glass from the turn of the 20th century. At 1/4 inch thick, what are the challenges of working with it? Also, it has 100 years of grime built up. How do you clean it?
Okay, well, the composition of glass really hasn't changed in a very long time. So clean it up well. Make sure there's nothing for your cutter to get hung up in dirt-wise or anything. 1/4 inch thick, it will probably require you to use a little heavier running plier, probably the 8-inch runners, the metal runners. But yeah, the composition of glass, whether it's 10 years old or 2 days old or 100 years old, the only thing that really affects cutting glass is heat. You don't want to cut it while the glass is warm or hot, but otherwise you shouldn't have any problem. The main thing is going to be cleaning it so that your glass cutter gets a nice, even score as it's separating the molecules. That's all that's the easiest way to do it. So.
Okay.
Because age doesn't affect glass. The fact that you get an annealing process, but if it's 1/4 inch thick, they've had to have annealed it anyway. So.
Okay. So TK wants to know: have we gotten a pair of Sybil Schnitt glass running pliers yet?
No, I've got them sitting in Buffalo for me though. So.
No, we had to pay all the bills first.
It's first of the month. That's what today is. Today's the first.
And would you be willing down the line to update us on how quickly you go through the replacement heads?
Well, if I like them, then I'll use them. But again, y'all know how I am. I'm kind of I'm kind of old school, but if I like them and they're doing what I need them to do, yeah, I'll let you know. But if the little rubber heads on them and everything, those are things that, yeah, they are going to wear out. And that's another thing about that tool, because, you know, the bottom turns and you keep following that thing around in your glass. So yeah, it's gonna cut it. The glass edges are gonna cut it and everything, and you probably are gonna go through those. So order some different ones. Order some extra, you know, things that when you need those, you'll definitely want to make sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about them. I don't think I'll be using them so much that I'll be wearing out the rubber things. I've still got the same rubber things on my running pliers that I've had for probably 10 years. So I don't wear things out, y'all, because I try to take care of it. And using it is taking care of it. And you definitely, you know, if you use your running pliers as grousing pliers, you're going to be replacing those jaws about once a week.
So TK, yeah, we will be happy to do that.
We'll try it.
As soon as we get
yeah.
one in, we'll be doing a review on it.
Well, we'll have to, because we're going to try it, babe.
Maybe we could turn that camera off and turn it back on. It reset. And
I don't know, but here we go.
But
we're right here.
We're
We're
good.
good right here. This is
good.
fine.
Okay.
This is fine. If y'all are okay with it, we're okay with it. We'll just
do
keep
it
looking
old
this
school.
way.
Okay. I have Cindy has a question. Cindy, hey, how are you doing? I'm glad you got that information you were looking for. I have a question for you regarding a leaded stained glass panel that came out of an old house that was being torn down on Singer Island in Florida. Can I send a picture to you? It's numbered. Yeah, you can send a picture. I'm not sure that we can help you. I'm not sure what the question would be, but yeah, you can send a picture. And we can get back to you on...
Is it something you want us to look at to give you a price on restoring it for you? Or is it something you want us to tell you how to repair? Let us know. Let us know.
Okay. So, yeah, sure.
Send us a picture.
If you go to the website at Conway Glass, and it's over here, conwayglass.com, ARTyRV, or anywhere. There is a link there to get in touch, so just get in touch. And I'll send you a link back where you can send the picture. Just say, I need to send a picture, blah, 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 and I'll send you the link for that. And, yeah, we'll answer your question.
Yeah, we'll be happy to. Yeah, and make sure you put all your information with it, Cindy. We'll be happy to.
Okay.
Okay, Ray.
Pauline thinks our wires are loose. Yeah, my wires are loose. You're right, Pauline. Okay.
It's good. We did go. Barb, we had a great weekend. We did go camping.
Yeah, we went.
We went to Art Fields, which is the Southeast's premier art show in the Southeast, and we had a wonderful time. We met some artist friends of ours from Louisville that were in town and had gotten accepted into the show, so it was pretty nice. It was really a nice weekend.
I don't know what that number means, Cindy. CSP 1 of 200. It sounds like someone's initials 1 of 200. Maybe they made 200 and that was the first one. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it sounds like 1 of 200 would be 1 of 200 or something.
It was 1/200.
Yeah. If it's that's the
yes,
first
there is
one.
a delay. We're running off
My iPhone.
His iPhone, because our camera went out again. But Rick Day, thank you so much.
Oh, Rick, hey buddy, let's get you getting the wall going on today. There you go. We got you blinking back there. Rick, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. And you know what?
A big shout out and thanks to and super chats, super stickers. Y'all are awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And thanks, Rick. I Am Alan said just listen a little bit slower on the delay. That should help you all out.
Okay. That's what somebody told me one time, to sleep fast. Just kind of like listen
Rick.
slow.
We
Thank
appreciate
you very much,
that.
Rick.
We'll put that towards the camera purchase.
Yeah, and it's a nice evening, even though we got something kind of.
TK has a question.
Go ahead.
I saw one of your videos where you spun a piece of lead cane via a drill till it was a spiral. for structural integrity for a frame. I'm wondering if you had another video that covers that.
That video does show us attaching that twisted lead to that piece of stained glass as a frame. And it's actually behind Barbara. And actually you can see it. You can see that the and right there.
What's that?
That's the lead frame right around that window right there. Right next to the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right there. See it?
Yeah,
Peekaboo.
it's right there. Yeah. So, did you answer the question?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that the
Do
video
we have
where
another
we
video covering that? No. That's the only one we have.
That's the only one that we have and it should show tacking the frame to it, but you still, here's the thing, you still, TK, you still cannot hang the chain from the lead because it won't work. You have to actually hang it from the copper foil from the back. Because otherwise the lead will stretch. It's just like, even though I've stretched it, it's still gonna, stretch. So.
Okay. Any questions out there?
Okay,
Put them in
everybody.
the chat with a Q. And, we could probably do a little twist the lead thing, but go back and watch that other one and see if that's not the whole thing. It should be on there where we attach it to the frame itself.
It should be, yeah, because it's just tack solder.
There may be two. There might be a whole entire video. That may just be a short from that one video.
Oh, it may be just a short where if all we're doing is twisting the lead, there's a video that shows twisting the lead and applying it to that particular little window there. So it definitely shows it for sure.
Okay. So I can put that in the community. If you need that, if you can't find it, just leave us a question and I'll get that to you.
Jennifer's here tonight.
Yeah, Jennifer's here.
Hey, Jen.
Okay, and TK said they're framing their dad's piece in wood. Did the audio cut out? Is the audio cut out?
I don't know. Did the audio cut out for all this?
Doesn't look like it.
No. Ray, how we doing, buddy? Okay. So, yeah, let's get another question.
What did Taylor say? We're okay? Okay, audio is good.
Audio. Thank you,
No,
Rick.
good. I can hear.
Thank you, Julie. I can hear. I can see.
Y'all are so sweet to hang out with us.
So
We're
happy y'all are
professional.
here tonight. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
So audio is good. Audio is good. I have another question. What temperature do you run your soldering iron at, Mr. Streeter?
I run my soldering iron if I'm using my 80-watt Weller, which is my Weller 7060, and I will run it at about 515 degrees, so that when I'm working with lead, and I'll turn it up a little bit more and run it on my rheostat or on my iron controller at about a number 8 when I'm doing copper foil. So I just turn it up a little bit hotter when I'm doing copper foil, simply because I like to work fast, and the hotter I can get it, the faster I can work it. But remember, always give your solder time to melt. Your hands move a lot faster than the temperature of the solder will melt. So if you give them both time and let them work together, you will find that soldering will be much easier. And always do your lead test before you start soldering your lead, because as seen in the videos, I show you how to solder your lead by going flux and then soldering iron tip and solder at the same time, 1, 2, and pick straight up. And it really does work, everybody. If you'll just try it, I promise you, soldering lead your work will be so much prettier if you'll just try my 1, 2 method, and everybody can count to 2.
Okay. Linda wants to know, hi everyone, she says, cane bending, what do you use? I can't find a video of yours bending cane for a circle.
Well, if you're using lead, then you can just put your circle inside the cane and just roll it right around and cut it off. If you're using zinc, then you're going to need a cane bender, or something like that actually has 3 wheels on it. Now, Cascade makes a cane bender. They're about $300. And once you buy them, you never have to buy them again. I'm fortunate enough to own one and have owned one for 20 plus years.
They last forever.
Yeah, they last forever. But Cascade makes it, and they are available, but they're available directly from Cascade. And if you can find them, like I said, they're about $300.
Yeah.
And they're worth every penny of it. But if you're just doing lead, what you need to do is just bend it all by yourself, and it's no problem. It shouldn't be any problem at all. You know, so if we're just kind of, when you take lead, and, well, I got a piece right here. I just, you know, my little table here is full of all kinds of stuff, just in case you happen to ask about it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
So if we have our piece of lead here, this is cane, lead cane. So if I just want to bend a circle, you can't just grab it and bend it. You have to work your way around. And as you work your way around, it'll come together for you. And once you do that, now, I do have a pair of lead nippers. Boy, my table is loaded up tonight. I'm happy, happy, happy. So now we're going to take that and we'll just, and you know, it's not perfectly round, but you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up with something that's going to get a little bit around. And there's our lead. You can bend lead cane any way that you want, okay? And zinc, you're very limited, but everybody knows that watches our show. I'm not a fan of zinc anyway. I think it has its uses. And I promise you, when it needs to be used, I use it. But I tell you, definitely not hanging stuff with. I'm not a big fan of that. So anyway, so when you do your lead, you can just continue to do this just like that. Oh, well, let me turn that around because that's a S for Streeter. And let's get Barbara a B for Barbara. So take your lead, bend it up the way you want it, and we get a B and an E. And hey guys, so don't forget about that show at the Chrysler Museum. And I guess I'll share a little bit of things with you about, okay. I think what we need to do is we're just going to share a little bit more things there are to do in Norfolk, Virginia. There's a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Has somebody come up with something they want me to cut out of glass tonight for glass chat? Last week, remember, we had somebody chime in and said, hey, cut a flower petal in. Well, that was pretty good. And, you know, don't go too crazy with it, but, you know, because I'm just sitting here at a desk talking to everybody. So I can try to cut something. And, but yeah.
Okay, so Ella says she's new to the channel and new to stained glass. And can you recommend a good grinder and soldering iron for someone brand new that won't break the bank or be so cheap gets me aggravated enough to stop trying?
All right, well, here's the deal. You know what? You can they just came out, Technoglass just came out with the Grinder 3. And is it on our storefront, our Amazon store yet? The Grinder 3.
All the grinders are on in our Amazon store.
But
you can also get them at Sunshine Glass.
The Grinder 3 is not going to break the bank.
Shop around.
Right now, it's probably less than $200. The Grinder 3, and it doesn't have a splash guard and everything. Now, if you get the grinder with the LED light and all that, you're in for about $500. But if you get the other one, you can also get. Oh, thank you all so much tonight. Thank you
so much.
So, if you get the Grinder 3, it's really a nice little grinder. It still has all the bells and whistles, just like, you know, the grinder head replacement, really quick. You know, the quick tip, as I say it. And then you can also buy the second story work surface for that. And then probably if you're going to be doing copper foil My suggestion would be to use the Heiko 601. It's really a good copper foil iron. It has a rheostat in it already, and or you can go to our site, and if you're looking for just a beginner tool kit, less the grinder, we have that available on our site for $249, includes shipping, and has all the hand tools and everything you need to get started. And then we allow you to pick out your own grinder, and your grinder you can just order it and see if which one you like. But I like the Grinder 3, and I also like probably the Whizling, not the Whiz, which is the small one, but the Whizling is the small one, probably the Whiz, which is a medium grade. And one thing about your grinders, you don't have to purchase them over and over again. If you take care of them, they'll last you a very long time. But for the money, I think the grinder is the way to go. The Grinder 3. And then if you can put $500 or so in it, the grinder is the way to go. Don't you think? With all the bells and whistles, because we've got it and we love it. We don't have it because we had $500. We have it because we needed to show you about it. Check out the video, the box opening of the Grinder 3, and then use your best judgment on that. But if you need just a simple stained glass kit, go to our website, check out the tools, and you can order one right off the website there for $249, including shipping.
Okay, there was another question. Should I putty my piece before I add the rebar?
Absolutely. Make sure you do, because when you flip your piece over, now you got to take up all the room for the 3/8 of an inch that your stained glass window is going to. You want to apply your rebar after everything is finished, your window's puttied and polished, and you're getting ready to put it on the truck. You need to put your rebar on it and then clean it up and go install it. Because you don't want to have to flip it after you already put your rebar on it, because now it sits off the ground this high, and you're going to have to use the same size styrofoam to lay it on so that you don't bend and break everything. Put your rebar on after the window is completed, and then go put it in.
Okay, some of you guys are seeing advertising in the middle of our live stream. I just found out today I can stop that. So next time, I didn't have time. I was out of town and didn't have the internet to uncheck a box that they've made available to us, but I will do that. And
we'll get rid of that
pesky thing
We
anymore. So
will
thanks
get
for
rid
letting
of
me know, Ray and Christine. Yeah,
Thank
we
you,
won't
guys.
have that.
It's
in
out
the
of here,
feed
believe
anymore.
me.
Now, when you watch it on the rerun, you'll see it, but not on the live feed. And I'm not sure why they added that, but I just found out. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that.
Michael, thank you very much. We appreciate that too, buddy.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Y'all have got the wall blinking tonight. Thank you so much.
You do.
All those
Thank you so
super
much.
chats and super stickers. We really appreciate it. Miss Mary, she's in charge of fundraising, and she's having a lot of fun tonight.
Okay, we have a question, and I've missed it. Pauline, I've seen what you did with the safety glass. That should work on smaller pieces of glass. How do you tell what is safety glass?
Pauline, there's a
my computer just went down.
There we are.
There we are. Okay.
Hey, we're back.
Okay.
That's okay, guys. It's all good. Whoa, it's all good.
Okay.
All right,
we're good. Okay. Let's see.
All right. Well, Pauline.
Okay. Pauline, safety glass.
Safety glass. So, Pauline, the safety glass that we show you in the short and the video that we're cutting is a laminated safety glass. It's a glass that we use as a protective covering over stained glass windows. But more than anything else, that's the same type of glass that's in the windshield of your car. Safety glass, you better believe it. So your side glasses are the ones that they can pop out, the EMTs can pop out with the little pin and get you out that way. Your windshield, it's a really strong PVB in there, and that's what we were setting on fire to loosen the PVB, and then we were pulling it with our flat-jawed, what are called duckbill pliers, pull out, down, score it with the razor blade, and take it off. So that safety glass is for a very specific reason. We were cutting tractor windows that day.
We were cutting. He was cutting tractor windows, and he had a pile of glass to cut. And so I just went back there and filmed a little bit of what he was doing. I mean, we don't just make things up. He does this kind of stuff.
I do that kind of stuff all day long.
It's not just for YouTube, I promise you.
No.
So, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys some of what he does day to day.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you would have use for that safety glass unless you're building windows and you need a protective cover on the outside
and
the customer requests it. Yes.
Typically that particular safety glass is called laminated safety glass because there's a piece of glass, piece of plastic, and a piece of glass, and that's all done. And there are like 16 different colors now because they just changed the color of the urethane in between the glasses, so you get clear, and you can make it 16 different colors, that any 16 colors pretty much that you want that they can mix. But the laminated safety glass is really weak. Laminated safety glass is designed as a glazing means for above your head because you don't want tempered glass falling out and dropping on your head. You don't want plate glass falling out and dropping on your head. The laminated will crack, stay in place, and no one will get hurt. This is why it's used in doors. It's used in, of course, windshields of cars. It's used in a lot of egress areas, and it's required by a lot of codes in egress areas. So anyway, I don't want to bore you all with all the codes that are available because they are, and that laminated glass has saved many a life.
Shazray wants to know, aside from the basics, are there any tools that you would recommend or that you feel are indispensable?
Just to me, it's little tools that you might not even think were good for stained glass, and all of a sudden you're able to do something with it. It's like, I found the other day, just a round piece of wood that, well, actually it's a 1/4-inch dowel. And I found it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, you know what, let me try this. And I put it in the electric pencil sharpener, and I took the tip down to where it was just 1/8 of an inch on the flat point of that 1/4-inch dowel. And you know what? It worked out. It was the best, not the best, but the best way for me to clean around the edges of the lead in a stained glass window. Yeah, they make all those things to do that, but sometimes if you can just invent your own little tool. I love this one. So when I got done with it, I stuck it in my acid brush, and it stands up right there now. And that's exactly where it's going to stay until I need another one after when I get tired of sharpening the thing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll find those little things out, other than, and if you can go to yard sales and maybe find some new tools or something. I got, somebody had dropped off a circle strip cutter, but it was just the strip cutter part, and it was aluminum, and I had never seen it before. But come to find out, it was actually made by Fletcher, but it was made by Fletcher back in the 70s. And so it had and it was all discombobulated, but I put that tool off to the side because I had never even seen a strip cutter like that. You remember I showed that to you?
Which
a little
one was
aluminum, had just a little bar on it about that long, and the head only stripped like up to 3-inch strips. It was it was just really, really.
That?
Was that it? Yeah, that's it.
Let me show you. Let me
get this for you. This thing was, it's really nice, but here's the thing, and I have a question about strip cutters, and I think we're going to go ahead and now this one came to me.
I think it was who asked the question.
Ed.
Ed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ed. So this is a strip cutter that somebody has put a ball turret on, and I can't even get it off. But I want you to see this. Is this cool or what? And this is aluminum. But I'm going to tell y'all what, the circle strip cutter that was made by Glass Star, there's a couple of them out there. Use the circle cutter part of it, but I find it's much more efficient. It's much more efficient for me to use a square, a measuring tape, and my glass cutter than it is to worry about setting up to run this thing here down the edge of the table and hope that I don't hit a burr and get a nail, get a skip in my cutter or anything, or for any reason this turret freezes up or something like that. The circle cutter works like a dream. The setup on the strip cutter is annoying.
But
especially, well, no, it's fine if you use it, and that's fine. But I cut all of my strips out with a square, and it just, to me, it's definitely more efficient, and I get a lot more strips out with a square than I do with a strip cutter.
Okay, so TK said they got the grinder after we mentioned upgrading from the Griffin, and it is such a huge improvement. It really is the way to go if you can. If you can, save up for it. That's the kind of things you do. You plan for the future of your studio, and you say, okay, next big job I get, I know I'm going to make a good profit, I'm going to buy myself the grinder.
The grinder, that's right. Because,
those are the things you plan for. Sure,
you do. And, I promise y'all, we don't get things that we need right away. We budget them, we put them in the budget, and we put money back a little bit at a time, and that's just the way. It's not just us, it's everybody. If you do it that way, it makes things a little easier on your pocketbook, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you buy what you need. And okay, so let's see, do we have another question? Is there a way to color or apply an overlay to mirror glass so that is a reflective color and not just silver? Of course, you overlay.
Yeah, clear. You can do an overlay or do a plating, and you
plate it with clear.
Plate it with clear. You put the mirror behind it and then plate it, which means seal it so that your flux and everything won't get inside of it. Something pretty with mirror behind it that's plated is glue chip glass. Glue chip glass is so pretty.
With mirror behind it.
With mirror behind it, it's incredible.
I missed a question about, let's see, I know you guys are, let's see, there was a question. I missed it. Yell, tell me if I missed your question, because I know there's one here that I just missed.
What's the difference between lead cane and hobby cane?
Okay. Did we answer that one?
No.
Okay.
Keep going up, maybe, because I did.
Yeah, that one and the one about...
Should I putty the piece?
No,
we got that one. Everything below that.
Okay, but there was something about they were having trouble with their... I'm trying to bend zinc with Cascade Bender. It keeps slipping. And then the one, Rick Day wants to know the difference between lead cane and hobby cane.
Well, Rick, the hobby cane, the hobby cane is a specific profile, which is 1/8 and 5/32, but the way that it comes to you is why it's really called hobby cane, is because it comes to you a 6-foot piece rolled up, usually 3 to 5 of them in a bag. It's much easier shipping for you than buying a 50-pound box for, say, $540. So you basically, the hobby cane is a U-shaped lead that's 1/8 of an inch deep that goes around the outside of your sun catcher. And Barbara had a great aunt that was just phenomenal in making sun catchers with hobby cane. And then again, it's the 1/8 inch and the 5/32. But really, y'all, it's the way it comes to you. It's in a roll rather than in a straight box, in a 6-foot box. It's much cheaper to ship. You still get the weight, but it's a lot cheaper to ship. So that's the difference in the hobby cane. My suggestion, and I know it's a lot, but if you can afford to swing a 50-pound box of cane, a very specific size that you enjoy using, 3/16 if you're building small windows, 7/32 if you're building bigger windows, and then and you definitely don't want to get your 3/8 flat H rolled up in a ball and sent to you. So if you're going to be using that, so try that and see if that works for you.
Okay, Linda said that she's trying to bend zinc with Cascade Bender, and it keeps slipping.
Are you bending U zinc, or are you bending H, or what? There's so many different profiles.
Is there a way to?
Well, that's what I mean. If you're bending
Texas Tom, thank you, bud.
Hey, Texas Tom, here you are, buddy.
You. Thank
nice
you.
to see you.
Good to see you. That's cute. That is funny. Thank you
Hey,
so
that's
much.
your hippo, buddy. Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
very much, Texas Tom.
Thank you so much.
So, yeah, if you're having trouble, you came is insane with zinc, trying to bend it. And they do make a zinc bender, okay? But you should be able to bend your zinc.
It's U-shape.
U-shape. Well, there's your problem. Yeah. Okay, because you don't have the cane bender. When the grooves on the cane go into little slots, and as you're bending it, you're shrinking it, you're screwing it in, and you're bending it. But what you have to do, you can't go all the way through. You have to keep bending it back and forth, tightening it back and forth, and tighten it, and do it that way. Because my cane bender has little grooves on the wheels that keep that from happening. And if you're trying to take too much of it out, if you're using you better take a little tiny bit of it at a time and bring it from one end to the other, tighten it, bring it one end to the other. It's going to be a process.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah, but if you'll take your time and don't get in a hurry with it, it'll work.
Yeah.
But
Pops used to get so aggravated.
Oh, my father used to be so aggravated. But, we figured it out, and that's the way it has to be done. Yeah.
Shazray, you just send a super sticker, super thanks, or something like that, and it all goes to the camera fund.
It does. It all goes. Barbara keeps up with it, and it all goes to the camera fund.
Unless you specially designate it for something else, it'll go towards the camera fund, and we are anxiously awaiting a new camera.
And any super chat or super sticker, anything like that, y'all, that's where it goes. We're working on trying to get new cameras so that we can keep ourselves in line.
And you should have there should be a little money button somewhere. I can't see what you can see, so maybe Ray can lead you in the right direction, and we thank you. Thank you very much.
Shazray, thank you so much.
Okay, so guess what time it is? It's time for Viewer Showcase.
Oh my gosh, Barb, is it already?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So
I'm excited about this, y'all. So let me just tell you, that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So first up today is Rich Day, and Rich is from Denver, Colorado, and Rich is here today. And he says he's been watching our YouTube videos and is new to stained glass, and was particularly interested in the jewelry box video. This is his first attempt at one. It is far from perfect, but it looks nice, and I have learned a lot. Thank you so much for all you do.
Well, Rick, I'm going to give you a thumbs up because that is a beautiful box, and you caught the idea of how we make the lids so that they overextend the box that's underneath of them, and it looks wonderful. Your colors are awesome, and thank you for sharing with everybody the fact that you did that box all from a video that we offered everyone. Thank you so much.
And so that is a perfect example. If you watch the box video and you buy the patterns, this is a perfect example how you take the dimensions of the box that we give you, follow the video, and you can change the top to anything you want to change it to. So this is a perfect example.
I feel lucky just looking at that.
Thank you, Rick. That's very good. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rick. We appreciate it very much.
Okay, so next up, Ed Forsman.
Ed, buddy. What do you need a strip cutter for? Look at you go, girl. Man, come on.
So Ed said he made this photo, this stained glass from a photo he took. So you can see at the bottom, that is a photo. And he was asking about the straight lines. But excellent job, Ed. And that is an original stained glass window from Ed Forsman.
Your glass choices, this is a great way for those of you that are just starting to see how the different glasses can work and how you can make them, just accentuate everything that's going on in the photograph that you see. So, Ed, top notch, buddy. Nice job. It looks wonderful.
Okay. Next up is Mark Mason. The Mark sent this to us. It's ready to go to its new home, and so Mark usually sends something in every month, and this is a cute one.
Wow, Mark, hey buddy, you got it going on, and some of that glass that you have.
It's very playful.
Yes, I really like the glasses that you're
Sweet.
using in your project. So keep up the good work, my friend. I love it.
Okay, next up is Ron Morissette. Ron says, I have my very first window finished. I would love to have it showcased. It is his own design and works around a beautiful nativity plate that Ron found for Christmas. So congratulations, Ron. Good job. I love how you use the found object with the stained glass. That's really creative. Good job.
That's so pretty. Yeah, it really is. And you know, being able to find that nativity plate and incorporate it into as a medallion for your window, I love it. Great job, sir.
Good job. All right, let's see who's next. Okay, Pauline. Pauline's here. Pauline's sweet little window. This window, Pauline said, she made for her 2 pugs that have passed away already. The window was made, I guess, maybe a few years ago. And thank you, Pauline.
No, but thanks for sharing that, Pauline. And
we really appreciate it. I've been meaning to get this one up for a long time, and it's really sweet.
Yeah, and I love the way you use the brass filigree to enhance the frame. How nice.
Very nice.
Very
Pauline.
nice, Pauline.
Okay, next up.
Our buddy.
This is Ray. Susie and Ray took a fusing class, which is new to both of them. And after the class, Ray showed his first stained glass class he made to his doctor. Let's see, I'm trying to follow this. So anyway, he cut this out with his ring saw. Instead of using foil and soldering the pieces together, he fused the pieces together. And for the wooden frame, he purchased 18-inch round pine wooden circle and routed out the center, stained and varnished it, and also made and used a little bit of brown frit for the beard.
Thumbs up on that one, Ray.
Really good.
Yeah.
Ray, thanks.
Yeah, buddy.
This is really good. So, congratulations, Ray. That's awesome.
That's some great fusing work, Ray, for your first fusing attack. I love it.
Thank you, everyone. And for the viewer showcase, you can go to Conway Glass, ARTyRV, and you'll see a little a button. It says Viewer Showcase. Send to Viewer Showcase. Send me a message. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, we'll get it to you. So, you know what? I think we had a great viewer showcase this week.
I think we did, too.
Or this month,
I enjoyed
actually.
that.
This month. Thank
Make
you all
sure you
for
put
sending.
Viewer Showcase in the message, because if you don't put Viewer Showcase in there, I have a hard time finding it. I might not get it on.
Right.
We loved all those. All those.
And we love seeing everybody's work. So, please go ahead and get it in for us, and because we really want to see what you're doing too, actually.
We got a thank you letter today.
Who did we get that from, Barb?
There was something in it, but I've lost it. We got a thank you letter today from the Franklin G. Burroughs Simeon B. Chapin Art Museum.
Oh, in Myrtle Beach.
In Myrtle
Wow.
Beach for the 12th annual collectors event. Every year we donate a piece for the collectors event, and all the money proceeds go to the Chapin Museum, the art museum in Myrtle Beach. So we do that every year. We try to do at least one big thing every year, and this is our choice. They do a great job over there, and I want to give a shout out to William. If William's watching tonight,
Yeah, let's give William a shout out at William Miller Studios
if you know
on Broadway.
William Miller, tell him we said thank you.
That's right. Thank you, William, for everything you do at the beach too, my friend.
Yeah, good guys over there. Okay, any more questions? Just put them in the chat with a Q. We have 8 minutes left. I have a question
Sure,
for
let's
Blank.
go.
What brand of running pliers are those? They look tiny, and I need them.
Well, here's the thing, and y'all, I'm gonna clarify something. You know that I use my green run-in pliers, and only because I like them. I like them because they're short. And these are the Lepinette run-in pliers that we sell. These are the short. They're 6.5 inches wide. But I want to let you know that the jaw on my Lepinettes is 7/8 of an inch
You have to
wide.
show them because
Yeah, hang on. I'm sorry. Let me get my thing back on here. Anyway, but what I wanted to show you is that these are 6.5 inches from here to here. Okay, 6.5 inches. This is why they're called the mini run-in plier. It's not the size of the jaw. The jaw is 7/8. Okay, and these do a great job. But what I found, because of their shortness, their shortness of stature, they fit good in your hand, and if you operate them from the fold here back, you can run them out a little bit longer. And really, you don't have to worry about this screw here. This is simply just to keep the jaws from closing up too much. But if you want your glass to run, you need to make sure they close up. So we have in stock now, Barb,
okay.
the Lepinette mini run-in pliers, and we also have in stock now the Lepinette
And those you can get at
grousing
Conway
pliers.
Glass.
And these you can get directly from us. There's free shipping on them. But these are the Lepinette
You have to hold
grousing pliers. These are the Lepinette grousing pliers. They got blue handles. They're easy to find on your desk. And we want you to.
Thank you.
Just wanted to let you know. So the head on this is just a tiny, tiny bit, right at 3/8 of an inch. So we have that, and then we have our Lepinette running pliers. So we have all three Lepinette pliers. We have the runners, we have the grousers, and we have the Lepinette lead nippers. Now, in our stained glass class the other weekend, everybody was using the Lepinette lead nippers, and they loved them because I taught them how to miter the lead with them. So once you learn that mitering with these Lepinettes, they are so sharp you can't stand it. But anyway, again, I want to share with you, we did finally get in our grousing plier, our grousers, our mini runners, and we also have our Lepinette lead nippers. So just wanted to let everybody know about that. And those running pliers are available. Go to our website at conwayglass.com and click on the tools page. Right?
Yes.
That's where they go.
Thank you,
And
Andrea.
order them, and we'll get them right out for you, no problem. So.
Thank you, Andrea.
Oh, Andrea, thank you. Thank you
We
so much.
appreciate that so much. Pamela Seriani said that she went to Sunshine Glass. Oh, thank you, Pamela. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much.
And
Y'all got that wall going. You got me
they went
dancing
to
tonight.
Sunshine, and they were very helpful, and they told them that they watch our show, and that's how they knew to come to their place.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is what we like to hear. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for taking the time just to say that little sentence to Sunshine for us to let them know that you do watch our channel.
That is awesome, and I love that little guy right
yeah,
there. He's cute.
y'all with these hippos doing dances and everything. I'm in it. I like it.
It's very, very cute. Yeah, so a lot of exciting things going on. You guys are the best. If you just tell 2 people about us, just tell 2 people. Share it with just a few of your friends, and thank you so much.
Well, you see the views that we've gotten. We're up to 3,604,902.
Yep, that was earlier today.
That was earlier today.
604,902. That's views.
And then I'm going to move out of the way and turn sideways because I'd really like them to see this
Oh, yeah.
really pretty piece of Armstrong glass that we're using in the Merle's Inlet project. So this is an Armstrong. It's a O146S, which means it's streaky, and it is so beautiful. It's not dense, so it's going to allow some passive light to really, really make it pretty. But I wanted to share that with you. And if you can imagine, this is the reflection on the windows on the restaurants facing the water.
Yep.
Can you believe it? I can. I'm looking forward to it. We started on another window.
Texas Tom said he called Sunshine Glass last week and found an unfindable glass. So that is a really good... That is what they're all about. If you can't find it, they will help you find it.
Yeah, and Sean and Scott are very knowledgeable, and I'm not going to forget about Barb either. Barb, Sean, and Scott are very knowledgeable about what they do for a living. So
They do. You can ask anyone that works there a question, and they're happy to help you. That's what I love about them. I love working with them. Not all companies are that easy to work with, and they are. So what I'm looking for right now is a big thank you to our members,
and
to our fan club, to our subscribers, and the
Thank you,
super
everybody.
chats, the super stickers. A big shout out and thanks. Y'all are awesome.
it's a great night tonight.
Thanks to our moderator and glass artist Ray.
I know.
Thanks to Miss Mary, our fundraiser, and thank you to Ed. You were great tonight.
Well, and Magali wanted to know when the Wismac sale was. I don't have it.
I have
oh,
it
hold
right
on,
here.
Magali.
I
We
have
got
it
the
right
dates.
here. June 16th and 17th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Wismac Glass Company
Bring
has
your crates
the
and
glass
dollies.
on sale. So if you need any information, I suggest, they say give them a call if you have any questions. 1-304-337-2253 or visit wismacglass.com.
Yeah, plan your summer travels, Magali. Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much for the super chats and super stickers tonight. Miss Mary appreciated it, and we know that we did. And so we're going to be working on getting that new camera for us. And thank you all very much.
Oh, thank you. I am Alan. Join
Thank you.
the fan club.
Thank you, I am Alan. We appreciate
Thank you very
that.
much. We love y'all, and we appreciate y'all, and we will see everyone next week. If you have any questions, you want to get in touch with us, you know how to do it. Go to conwayglass.com.
And remember,
ARTyRV.
Monday nights at 7 o'clock. And if you haven't taken the time to subscribe, please do so. And don't forget, we'll see you here next Monday night at 7 o'clock. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Thank y'all.